Ciao ragazzi, this is Katie Portanova, and you're listening to Florence and Me. I'm a lover of stories and all things Italian, and I'm going to bring you all that in this podcast. My intention is to inspire you to step out of your comfort zone and explore life and travel the world. Join me as I tell you my story and many others about Italy and my love, Florence. Andiamo! Ciao a tutti! Benvenuti a nuovo episodio di Florence and Me. A little bit of Italian for you at the beginning. Welcome to the new episode. Today we're talking about my retreat in September. So I thought I'd give you some more information, specific information about our retreat that's September 2nd through September 9th this year, 2023. And I wanted to go through my FAQs because I've had a lot of questions in the past few months about certain things about each retreat. So I want to talk specifically about this one. This one is held at my friend's villa, Maria, Villa Antica Sosta. And it's actually 2 minutes from my mother-in-law's house, which works out because she will be our cook for the week, which she absolutely loves. So I'm going to go through my FAQs, my frequently asked questions, just so you get some information. If you're thinking about it, maybe Italy is on your list and you really want to travel this year, I want to give you all the things you need. So what's included in the price is a question that's always asked. Usually they ask if the airfare is. It is not. Airfare is not included in the price. As also, if you need private transfers to the airport or from the airport to the villa, those are not included. So all your meals are included with the price at the villa. So the breakfasts are included. Dinners, when we have dinners at the villa, are included. If we happen to have a lunch, they'll be included with the villa, with your price. But when we go out for excursions to towns, when we go to lunch or dinner, we go out to dinner, that is all paid separately. So we'll all like divvy up what we all had, and we'll try to make it as equal as possible. So what's included in the price, so what's not included is the private transfer, your airfare. If you have any, you wanted to give any tips, the tips are not included, as I don't think I had a lot of people give tips. No, we didn't give tips at all. So you don't need tips unless you want to give a tip. Any of your personal expenses, obviously, if you're buying souvenirs or wine, obviously that's all on you. Obvious things. But what is included in the price, so for the week you are there at Villa Antica Sosta, before you come on the trip, I'm going to send out an email to all the participants to get their, what they like to have for breakfast, if they have any food allergies, if they have any dietary restrictions, anything like that. Excuse me. And we will, purchase all the groceries at the beginning of the week. So when you get to the villa on the 2nd, all the groceries will be there. For snacks, if you guys like to have snacks, if you need a specific type of milk, if you need a specific type of drink, if you don't drink wine, if you like tea, if you like all these things, you'll be able to let me know. So when we do make the list for the groceries, I have all that stuff that you prefer. So basically like being at your own house, right? When you go grocery shopping. So I normally have like tea, I have a lot of water on hand, bread, crackers, chips, if you like that stuff. So I usually have stuff in the kitchen where you're free to go at any time when we have downtime and get a snack, get some water, make some tea, make some coffee. All those things are available to you. There is also a pool on site. So beginning of September, I'm hoping, yes, it's going to be nice and warm. Still from August, so you are able to go in there whenever you'd like. You will have a towel provided to you for showering and for the pool. It's also included. Let's let's see what else. Yeah, and on my retreat page on my website, it'll say everything else that's included as well. So all of the excursions, the wine tastings, the transfer, like when we are driving you, obviously you're not paying for gas. That's included. The wine tastings, the gosh darn it, I keep clicking the wrong thing. You have internet. There's Wi-Fi. It's a very fast Wi-Fi. You'll be very surprised if you've ever been to Italy. It's a very fast Wi-Fi. You will have an apericena the first night the first day you arrive. So apericena is like a happy hour. So we'll have some pasta. We'll have some crostini. We'll have some other types of like a charcuterie board with salami, with prosciutto, with all the delicious Italian stuff. We will have a cooking class that's included, a pizza class, a pizza party. So you're not making the pizza. Maria, my mother-in-law, Fernanda, and Vincenzo will make the pizza at just right outside. There's a beautiful pizza oven and a barbecue where they will make that, it's a really cool spectacle to see. As last September, they saw the pizza being made. It was really cool. They have a little staging area. So Maria rolls out the pasta dough, the pizza dough, and it's really fun. So that's included. When we get to Florence, because we will be going to Florence, anything outside of us getting there is on you. So when we go out to lunch, if you want to come to lunch with me, if you want to go off on your own, obviously that's all on you. If we happen to take the train ticket will be your responsibility to pay. We'll do it together as we get to the train station. If we don't drive, I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do. But yeah, any of the visits that we decide to go to, all of that's included. Okay. So then we did what's included, what's not included. Let's see. Should I arrive early to explore Italy? I think that's a great idea. If you have time to maybe a couple days spending in Florence, or maybe you want to go to Rome, I can definitely recommend places to stay or areas to stay if it's a town that I know. But yeah, it's a great idea. If you want to do it before or you want to do it after, you can always do it after. What if I don't speak Italian? Non ti preoccupare. No worries. I'm fluent in Italian. My husband hopefully will be with us as well. He speaks English. But most of where we're going to be going, everybody speaks a bit of English. So you won't have that problem because I'll be guiding you. You'll be able to understand the winemakers. They all speak English. Yeah, so don't worry about that. If you wanted to download Duolingo, which is an app, or Google Translate, they're very helpful apps. Let's say you're on your way to Villa Antica Sosta and you're on the train and you have a question and maybe you want to look it up. Great idea to have those on your phone. And if you're wanting to learn Italian before you leave, maybe just to listen to it. Netflix has a ton of subtitles on movies now, and there's a ton of Italian movies on there, so that's a nice place to start learning. Yes, do I have to participate in all the activities? You don't, but it would be better because it's so much fun. And the price of your spot on the retreat pays for all these excursions. So if it has to do with yoga, meditation, for my women's retreat, that's a little different. But this particular retreat, it would be great if you do everything. There's nothing extraneous that you will be doing. There will be a lot of walking. So if you're able, and hills, a lot of hills, like when we walk, obviously we're not, sprinting up the hill or anything, but just to be aware, there will be some, if you have some physical limitations, maybe this isn't for you. But if you are screw it, I want to go to Italy, don't worry, it's totally fine. It's not a rush. We're never rushing. Okay. But I just want to point that out. If you have trouble walking, if you have other issues with walking up hills or walking down hills, we can totally accommodate that and help you, walk with you and stuff like that. But I just wanted to point that out, that it is a physical retreat. You will be walking a lot. Can I come alone, or do I need to book with someone? Are men allowed to come? Yes, yes, and yes. You can come alone. You can book a room by yourself. The price for everybody is the same on this one. We do have shared bathrooms in the villa, so there's 3 bathrooms total. There's 4 bedrooms upstairs, which can accommodate 2 people in each bedroom. So yeah, if it was a bunch of girlfriends coming, this is a great villa for that. But if you're kind of little leery on like coming alone on this one, no worries. I've got others coming up. But men are allowed. If you come with a spouse, totally fine. This isn't just a women's retreat. This one in September 2nd through the 9th. So yes, everyone can come that wants to do these amazing experiences. Where should I fly? So for where we're going to be located in Castel Fiorentino, it's probably easier to fly into Florence because it's not as long as a train ride, and you might not have to switch. I don't think you have to switch from Florence, but Rome is always the cheapest airport to fly into from Chicago. So if that's where is cheaper for you, it's totally easy to take the train from the airport to Castel Fiorentino. You might have to change trains. But I could totally help you out with that. The trains are like my best friends, so I know exactly how to get you here in one piece and not rushing to try to make another train. So yeah, so Florence or Rome, I would say you can fly into. Do you offer payment plans? Of course we do. That's something you can discuss with me privately. You can email me at trulyitalytours@gmail.com, and we can discuss that, how we do that. Is my deposit refundable? No, it is not. So your $500 deposit to hold your spot is not refundable unless for an extreme case, which the pandemic was my extreme case this past the last retreat in 2020. But you could also move that if you happen to have to cancel or something, and maybe you haven't started paying your payment plan. You can always move your deposit to another retreat for the next year or a year from now. I will totally do that for you. How many days are we on? Are we on this retreat? So it's 6 days, 7 nights. So you arrive on a Saturday, you leave on a Saturday. So we can get into the villa around 4 p.m. So yeah, if you happen to come earlier and stay in Florence, that's totally fine. If you maybe want to come earlier, anyway, we can talk about that. But we have to leave by 10 a.m. on the next Saturday. So that's when we have to be out of there. And if your train doesn't leave until later, this is again something we can talk about privately. If you're on the retreat, you could always hang out at my mother-in-law's house with us until we can drive you to the train station, because we pick you up and we drop you off. That's also included from the train station. How many people can participate in the travel retreat? Right now, 6. I could also add a couple more people, but 6 is the number. I could also go as low as 4. But that is my sweet spot. So 6 people. Great. Is this a religious retreat? No, it is not. A lot of people think retreat, they think religion, and we're not going to talk about religion, politics, or any other controversial subject. We might visit churches, but we're not going to talk religion. Not religious, not at all. Are we traveling by coach bus during the retreat? No, we are not. We are traveling by car. A very nice car. A very comfortable car, I'm hoping, depending on where I'm going to get the car this time. So yeah, we will be by car when we go to events, when we go to day trips, when we go to visit the wineries. It'll be very intimate, private, personal mode of transportation for you. What do you suggest packing for this retreat? When you join, when you book and you pay your deposit, I will send you a private web page with all these amazing links with packaging for what you need to pack, for luggage, for apps that I want you to have on your phone, making sure your passport, like all the checklists, and I also have, I think, yes, I do. I have some language PDFs and stuff. So like simple phrases like ciao, come stai, buongiorno, buonasera, like all the how to say it too. I have like the pronunciation as well. What's included in this villa experience? Okay, so I've got this question a whole heck of a lot. Okay, so this is a retreat for those who would like to be immersed into an Italian family. So, like I said, it's self-catering, so I am going to do grocery shopping at the beginning of the week. I will buy all the preferences and all the things that you are able to eat, and if you have any food allergies, all those things you will let me know ahead of time. We will have dinners made by my mother-in-law, some lunches as well if we're at home, at the home. But everything else, there won't be any other types of amenities apart from the pool. The other thing that's really nice about Villa Antica Sosta is you're in a kind of a little neighborhood, so you're welcome to take walks throughout the day. And it's beautiful. There's a lot of really cool villas to see. If you're an avid photographer, I had a photographer on my last one. He loved it, taking all these pictures. So yeah, it's a very low key, very intimate, very personal. There's a lot of downtime too. So like after an excursion, we will definitely have time to take naps because you will be tired, especially after drinking wine. You will be able to go sit by the pool. You can go for a walk. You can go read a book next to the fireplace. I mean, you can do whatever you want. It's a very relaxing atmosphere. As for toiletries, Villa Antica Sosta does not offer body wash, shampoo, or conditioner. That's something that you will have to provide or bring with you. Like I said, the bath towels and pool towels are all provided for you. If you needed more towels or a change of sheets, that's just an extra cost, which nobody has asked after a week. But if you needed that we could totally offer that to you. Living in the villa for a week offers also the washing machine. So if you need to wash things, maybe you were traveling a week before, you could totally wash things. It's that will cover. I have the detergent and stuff. I'll make sure I have some. That's not a big deal. We have a dishwasher, which is amazing because not a lot of villas do. Just think of all the things you have at your house. So don't think of a hotel. There's not a concierge. There's me and my husband, my mother-in-law. But throughout the week, you are always welcome to ask for something. You know, if you need something, you need to go to the pharmacy. You need to go. There's always that. We're always available to do that because we're able to do that, of course. So those are my FAQs for the retreat. For the excursions and stuff, I'll talk a little bit about that. Like I said, on September 2nd, when we start the retreat, I'd pick you up around 4 p.m. And if you come in earlier, again, that's something we would discuss. We could totally pick you up earlier. Then we'll have our aperitivo or periscena, like a happy hour, like a welcoming thing. And those of us that have jet lag, obviously, you're probably not going to want to stay up too late, but, you know, we can enjoy ourselves, of course. And then on Sunday, we have planned a tasting and a tour with Marta at La Pia in Percussina, which is a beautiful vineyard, a very young vineyard, but a very amazing place. Where we'll have a tasting, we'll have a walk, we'll learn about the park that's there. And then that afternoon, we're free. You're free to be by the pool, walk around Ranai, which is the neighborhood. And then we'll have dinner at the villa. And then on Monday, September 4th, we're going to try to visit Monteriggioni and have lunch there, which me and Stefano were there in 2012. Beautiful place. It's an old fortress, kind of castle. It's a walled city. It's kind of cool. And that night, we'll have a pizza dinner. And it's really fun. The pizza dinner is really fun. And you're at a certain point, you're going to be like, oh my God, stop bringing us pizza. Because Maria makes a lot of pizza. And it's delicious. On Tuesday, September 5th, we're going to go to San Gimignano, which is one of my favorite towns, and take a little walk around there. There's some cool shops. A lot of people like to go shopping. If you wanted to go to the top of the tower, that would be, again, an extra cost, but it's beautiful to see the Tuscan countryside. I can't remember how much it is, but again, we'll talk about that at a later date when you book. The wine tasting and lunch we'll have at beautiful Casaluci. which is a beautiful vineyard, who I'm now best friends with Lorenzo, the winemaker, and his beautiful wife Renata, and all the amazing people that serve us at that place. And plan on a 4-hour nice little tasting and lunch. It's very fun. And then we'll have the dinner again at the villa. Mostly we have dinner at the villa. It depends on the day. But some of this is very flexible itinerary that I have for you, so it can always change. On Wednesday, we're going to go all the way to Florence. We're going to spend most of the day there. I have a couple tours that I could give you, very, easy going, nothing too crazy. We could all have lunch together, or we could all spread out. We can just do whatever we want, explore, go shopping. I can give you all those guides, when we go. And either we would have a late dinner at the villa if we come back later, or we might eat dinner out, depending on, if I'm driving or if we're going to take the train. Again, another thing that I'm weighing, seeing how we do. And on Thursday, we're going to another lovely vineyard, Altiero in Monteferralle, near Greve in Chianti, for a beautiful wine tasting at their vineyard and learn about their wine and a light lunch. And then also going to one of my favorite restaurants, La Castellana in Monteferralle, which has the most amazing tartufo, everything truffle. If you like truffles, you are going to love me after this lunch. And then that night, we're going to go to another beautiful restaurant, Cascina dei Fagiolari. And that is run by a very amazing woman named Erika and her companion. And it's a beautiful place. And the food is amazing. So I can't wait for that. And then on our last full day, we're going to relax, maybe take a little walk together around Renai. We could relax by the pool. We're going to have a lunch at the villa, where my mother-in-law will make us something just delicious. And then again, relax by the pool and just enjoy being in Tuscany. And then that night, we'll have a cooking class and dinner with Maria. And oh my God, you will love it. It's to die for. It's delicious. This is all subject to change, but this is my tentative schedule for September 2nd through the 9th. And then on Saturday morning, we leave. We'll have breakfast, and then we'll leave. We have to be out by 10. And again, if you have a later train, totally can hang out by my mother-in-law with me and Stefano until your train leaves, and we'll take you there. So that's like in a nutshell what our retreats are all about. I really want you to see and experience authentic Italy and really talk to the people, because I feel like a lot of retreats, a lot of experiences in Italy aren't always with the people. It's just about the people or about the art or about the museums. I think this is a great way for you to really explore and really and be interactive with these people, because like Lorenzo and Paolo at Altiero, they love questions. So any question, and every question is a great question. Like, ask as many questions as you want. I think that's where you get the passion and the love come out of these amazing people, because they have such passion for what they do. And they love what they do, and they want people to ask, and they want people to know the story, and they want people to spread the word, But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this episode. I will be back with Julia next week with another episode for our Italian trip series. And yeah, I hope you have a lovely day. Buongiorno, buonasera, buonanotte, wherever you are. And again, share this episode with anybody that might be interested in coming to Italy this year. Allora, ci si vede. Ciao, ciao. I am beyond grateful for you listening to my podcast right now. I am so excited to share my journey of living abroad and all of my stories of Florence and Italy and all the places in between that I've visited. If this has reached you in any way and you would like to continue, please subscribe now. Also, go check out my website, trulyitaly.tours, for all my travel experiences. Ci si vede. Ciao.